Amidst the battle of all nations in the pandemic, the rural women in India, one of the country's most vulnerable groups, are fighting the twin battle of keeping themselves away from the virus and trying to save their livelihood. No doubt, the lockdown has been an income shock. Despite the fact that government's measures of employment generation, cash transfers, distribution of essential supplies and rations are insufficient, they have provided some relief to the rural women.
I'm Eby Atee, student researcher in IMPRI's research on life in the era of COVID-19, impact on women village makers and future prospects. This research has given me the opportunity to survey village women makers from Tamil Nadu and Kerala, some of whose stories I'll be sharing below.
For Mrs. Anita Kumari and Mrs. Maria Pushpam, the pandemic has left their routine untouched. These women are totally dependent on village resources and earn their livelihood by raising livestock. They sell milk to the nearby cooperative society, which runs undisturbed in spite of the pandemic. Used to being detached from the town, their remote lives went on as usual: cooking, domestic chores, and livestock raising. Mrs. Maria Pushpam, a widowed mother who lives independently, is indifferent to the pandemic. Anita can't be so because of her children. Anita is worried over her son's job loss, as he neither could work from home nor return to his workplace at Chennai. A steady source of family's income is cut. However, work-laden Anita feels that she now has another hand to help. Mrs. Mallika recounts the days of complete lockdown as joyful ones. Though the family had no income, as both her husband and son could not work, she was happy because her husband was a better person without alcohol. Now that restrictions on sale of alcohol has been lifted, the family has returned to their old normal. Her husband exhausts all income at the state-owned liquor shops. Cashew nut factories are a major source of employment for women in Kanyakumari district. An example of how people are living with the pandemic is the story of Mrs. Sornabai. The fear of the virus and the need to adhere to social distancing has forced her employer to send home processed cashews to work with. Women now work in the comfort of their homes. But it is sad that not all factory owners make such arrangements. The story of Sarasam, a 60-year-old woman, is inspiring. Once a daily wage worker, she was left jobless for 2 months as pandemic hit. Undeterred, Sarasam saw possibility amid the mishap. She set up a tea stall by her house, the only shop in the vicinity, with the money she borrowed from a self-help group. Now she is able to meet her daily needs and has great hopes concerning the future of her shop. Most women complained of a price hike in essential commodities and services, while their daily wages remained constant with less number of working days. Students seem to be enjoying an extended vacation, which is a serious concern for parents. Besides all these, women held imperfect information on the purpose of government schemes. For them, Jan-Dhan accounts were just zero balance accounts which didn't incentivize them to create one or to keep the existing ones active. So the cash transfers through Jan-Dhan didn't reach them. This survey has given me insights on ground realities and helped me understand that despite practical difficulties, targeted measures need to be taken to address them. Thank you, IMPRI, for this opportunity.